I would like to apologize. So, I never hit the get live button, right? Or go live button. And so I did this like whole live stream. Like I did the whole thing and and everything. I am so, oh my gosh, what time is it? It's like 4:18. Like I kid you not. I went through the whole thing and I'm like, why is nobody chatting? Cuz I see like 7 people here. Hey Jason, hey Christina. It was just really weird, right? And I just thought maybe nobody was chatting. Wow, what a disaster. I'm gonna do it again because that was my bad. I was having technical difficulties and I would never be this late for a stream for future reference. So, well, I guess I rehearsed already, so I can go ahead and start. Hi, Northern Chimp. Thank you all. I mean, the fact that you're still here, that's great. So, wow, 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 wow. Okay. Gosh, that's insane, right? Like, I forgot. I just forgot on YouTube you have to hit go live. I can't just hit start streaming. There's 2 buttons I have to click. So you can tell that I'm very new to this and I'm gonna do better next time, everybody. So if you were here and you're just waiting and you're like gone now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's because I know what I'm gonna say now. Hi Jacob. Hi Christian. Hi Northern Chimp. Thank you all for just bearing with me. The fact that you waited means a lot. So I'll just get right into it. So first of all, I do want to share some updates. Basically, there's just some highly requested stuff for the spreadsheet, and I'll go ahead and share my screen just to show you. So first, a lot of people requested that I add companies that hire outside of the U.S. That was the number one requested thing that people wanted me to do. So, so I've added that tab. Now, if you're on desktop, the tab's going to be at the bottom if you're not familiar with Excel. And then if you're on mobile, I think it's at the top if you don't have Google Sheets installed. If you're just viewing from the web, you probably have to look at the top for these tabs. But I've added basically companies that hire outside of the U.S. So you'll see the different links here. You'll see the different links, and if you click on them, you'll see like what different countries they have. They don't all have the same, opportunities like in all countries. Like some are Canada. I think there's India and some others. I know for like intermedia.com, they have roles in the UK, Canada, Netherlands, and Japan. So just check them out and see if your location is there. I'm definitely trying to look out for people who aren't in the US. So as I see it, I just add it here. If you have a recommendation, feel free to let me know and I'll add it here as well. Now the next thing, this is actually something new that I learned about, something called fair chance hiring. And I actually learned about this through a posting that this was actually a thing. So I decided it might be helpful. And if you're not familiar with that, fair chance hiring aims to reduce recidivism and unemployment and increase reintegration for qualified job applicants with criminal histories. And the law places restrictions on certain private employers on when they can ask about a job applicant's criminal history and how that information can be used. And based on what I've seen on social media, I thought that this could be helpful if I started just keeping a list. For now, I only have one that I've seen, and maybe I haven't paid attention in the past. Maybe there's been more and I didn't know what I was looking at. But City of Austin jobs, if you live in Texas or the Austin area, they specifically have this on their website. Let me zoom in a bit. So if you see something called here, fair chance hiring, just know that that's what that is. And they're just trying to do more on that front to solve that problem. Hi, Loginos. Thank you. Namache. Yes, we're live. Thank you for stopping by. I honestly don't like this chat theme, so I'm gonna remove it and just do like the native. I'm gonna get better at this, I promise. I promise you. Hey Curtis, how are you? By the way, commercial break. I got this. So my coffee stays warmer a little bit longer because, having a mug, I just forget about it. Is it cold? Let me see. It's still warm. Okay. Enough of that. All right. So what else did I have? All right. So the next thing I wanted to share is what inspired Get Into Tech. And Get Into Tech is the name that I've created for this entry-level job spreadsheet. So if you're not familiar, the website is on the way for the spreadsheet. So getintotech.io is going to be the official website. But I want to talk about what inspired it. So when I was coming back to work after taking time off last year, I used to keep track of my applications. And I had at that time I had about a year and 6 months of experience. So I was still looking for kind of entry level or no more than a year of experience kind of roles. So this was my personal spreadsheet at first. And you see how it's kind of messy and it's kind of crazy because this was like my own that I used for myself. And on social media, I would always see people saying that they had trouble finding these kinds of roles. So I decided to recreate this in the form of what you see now, this resource. And I pretty much kept my same strategy of research that I used for myself to help others. So that's just a little history about that, why I basically already had this system. And so that's why it's nothing for me to do this to help others. I'm like, I can just keep doing what I was doing for myself. And it doesn't just help others, it helps me too, because I can also use this, right? So I also published an article on this. You can check it out at devjashelle.tech. The link is in the description. But I did talk a little bit about the background and the solution to help people find entry-level jobs. So it turned into something that I was doing for myself to now something I'm doing for the community. And then now I'm just thinking of even more ideas for this project. So I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of background on like where it came from. So it didn't come out of nowhere. It was an original problem. Well, it wasn't a problem. It's just how I kept track of my own stuff, right? And then roles that I was interested in applying for. I'm like, you know what? Other people might be interested in these too. So yeah, that's what happened on that. Oh my gosh. I wasn't sharing my screen. Oh my gosh. I was not sharing my screen. Okay. All right. This was just to go back. This was my spreadsheet for when I was looking for jobs. And then this is the blog post where I kind of wrote about it a bit. I'm going to get this. I promise. Okay. Urban Lady, what's up? Thank you for stopping by to say hello. And Kajani, we appreciate you doing this for the community. My pleasure. I really enjoy it. I don't know if I just really like spreadsheets. Do I just really like making lists? I don't know. But I find it peaceful to research things and add them to a list. I don't know. No, seriously, is no problem at all. So I wanted to also talk about Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. Backaroo. Like kangaroo, but back. All right. The next thing I want to talk about, I just want to go over some jobs that are currently hiring. So let's make sure I share my screen so people can see. All right. So some jobs that are currently hiring. One, a company called Range Marketing. So they have some really good positions available. They have a junior web developer position, web development intern, and SEO intern. So with the junior web developer position, looks like they want you to have, well, first of all, the responsibilities relate to front end design of WordPress websites. Develop within our custom theme framework. It doesn't include drag and drop or visual page builders. Quality assurance, clients revisions, complete tickets from clients on live websites, and complete larger scale projects that come from the CTO. So to be considered, they want you to have at least a year of experience, but if there's no direct experience, looks like a bachelor's degree or a portfolio will do. So if you don't have a bachelor's degree, a portfolio is required. And if you have some, SEO and digital marketing, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. You do need to have HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, maybe a little bit of Photoshop, which you can pick that up pretty easy. Just if you're not familiar with Photoshop, I mean, you can look at some tutorials online. You need to be self-sufficient. You need to have time management, things like that, and they got some bonus skills down here. So I just think this will be a good one to look into if you're looking for a junior web developer role. They're also looking for an intern, a web development intern. Now this one doesn't require a portfolio or anything. They just want you to have an interest in web design and development, strong communication skills, time management, and be self-sufficient. You don't need any experience to be an intern because you are basically assisting the web team, working closely with web developers and the CTO to complete minor web development tasks. So you just need to be eager to learn, and it would be good if you're currently studying or just interested in this field. So that would be good to gain some experience. And then they have an SEO internship. So if you're interested in SEO, this could be a good one to look at as well. So you just assist with development strategies, SEO campaigns, monitor clients' web presence, assist with client relationships, maintain and optimize listings, learn about search engine optimization, analytics, and working with WordPress websites. You do need an interest in SEO. So if you're interested in something like that, if you have any Google Analytics, SEO, WordPress, HTML, that would be nice to have, but not required. So if you're looking to gain some experience, again, that's Range Marketing. Now, these roles are also on the spreadsheet, which is in the description, so no worries. You can find these in the spreadsheet. And this one is Range Marketing. The next company that's hiring is Cash App. So Cash App is looking for a software engineer web. Looks like on the taxes side of things. So you participate in the initial scoping of product requirements for this new product, design and implement a technical front-end strategy, own features throughout their life cycle, collaborate with teammates, prioritize well-tested code, work with stakeholders, and contribute to shared technologies. So you do need to have a desire to perform and grow as an engineer, well-developed curiosity, and enjoy building creative solutions, demonstrated technical initiative on previous projects, and I feel that they would be friendly to portfolio projects or boot camp projects, something like that, because they didn't specify. So I would give it a shot if you're interested. A passion for product development and seeing results, a knack for creating readable, pragmatic code, an appreciation of simple, practical solutions, and an eagerness to share your ideas. So they have down here the technologies that they use and teach. So if you are familiar with any of these technologies, Cash App is looking for you. So those are the jobs I wanted to go over. Of course, you can look at the spreadsheet. You can see there's many other roles available, but those are just a few that I wanted to go over. Christian says, we absolutely appreciate you for creating this entry-level job spreadsheet. You have been a big help to the tech community. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate that. Now, another thing I really want to go over today is titles besides developer and engineer that you could look into, because there are other web coding jobs that aren't necessarily software developer or software engineer, and you could start in these roles or transition into these roles, pivot into these roles. But I want to go over that now. So hopping back over here. Oh, 1 second. Let me go back. Oh. I hit the wrong button. So Apple ID says, cooking up my resume to start applying for some email developer positions. I have 3 web projects and 2 email projects. One transactional and the other promotional. Are those enough? Yeah, anything that can show your skills, display your skills, whether it's 1 project, 2 projects. If you have more than 1, that's great, because that's more you can talk about in the interview. And that's, in my experience, any projects I've had that I could talk about, that's only going to help you stand out. So you said 1 transactional and 1 promotional. Yes. So if you're going after email positions and you have that, that's really good. Make sure to put that on your resume. And, well, you just said that. Sorry. In portfolio. Johnny says, will you make the whole spreadsheet available? What do you mean the whole spreadsheet? The whole spreadsheet is available. If you mean if you can have edit privileges, no, not right now, because I'm the only one maintaining it now, and I want to make sure that nothing accidentally gets deleted, things like that. Eventually, maybe, I'll have some way that you can submit once the website is launched. That's not too far away. But right now, it's just much easier. There's just 1 person managing it right now. But I appreciate you. If that's what you meant, if I didn't answer your question properly, let me know. You're welcome, Apple ID. Good luck to you. Let's see. It's in the description, but I don't know if you can click on that at all. Try to see if you can click on that. That would be good. But also the description of this video, go there, or you can go here and access it. Let me post my Get Into Tech. Okay, you can try clicking on that too. And then you'll see a link there. Okay, another topic I want to discuss is, so titles besides software developer and software engineer that you can look into. And actually, Apple ID, email development is one of them, but I'm not going to be talking much about email development in this stream. The ones I want to talk about today are web content specialist is one. So this company is looking for an individual that has strong organization skills and ability to perform continuous improvements and maintenance of all our websites and apps. And on that note, I need a sip of coffee. Just got a little thirsty there, Okay. You'll be in charge of launching products on our website, general maintenance, updates to websites, assistance in building out content on new websites, and troubleshooting and resolving content entry issues as they arise. You will ensure the websites are user-friendly and offer an optimal user experience in all languages while implementing SEO web optimizations when necessary. So, day-to-day is assisting with creating, maintaining, and expanding websites. Day-to-day implementation of web content, research and troubleshoot web content issues and provide solutions, assist web team with testing when needed, and implementation of personalized content based on user roles. What would you need for that? Well, you do need to be able to demonstrate fluency in HTML, CSS, basic image editing and optimization skills, understanding of CMS platforms such as Sitecore, WordPress, strong communication and interpersonal skills, working knowledge of SEO, attention to detail, good troubleshooting skills, and organizational skills. And bonus points if you have Bootstrap, Grid, CSS Grid, accessibility best practices. And just as a note, one thing you can look out for when it says will substitute industry training for equivalent, will substitute for industry training or equivalent experience. That's what you want to look out for when they're saying 4-year degree, but will substitute. So that's how you can kind of spot those entry-level friendly jobs and beginner-friendly. So I would look into the web content specialist, because you're helping them maintain the sites, and you just need, like I said, HTML, CSS, basic understanding of how things work. So that's one you could look into. Another one would be web content editor. With this company, you would edit and or develop highly usable web content based on best practices, meet or exceed content metrics, quality standards and team expectations, proactively communicate with team members, including web content specialists and content manager, maintain a high level of collaboration, identify and provide feedback, and provide cross-departmental support. So with that, they're basically looking for CMS like WordPress, Drupal, any kind of CMS, HTML. You have the ability to quickly learn new applications, think independently, proficient with basic computer programs such as Microsoft Excel, experience applying, editing, and or proofreading standards. And I would think that if you have a great portfolio showing that you can do stuff in this job description, I would think that you could look into this one. And then they have as a note, we know that excellent candidates can have all sorts of backgrounds and experiences, so please don't hesitate to apply even if you don't meet 100% of the listed requirements. That's another way you can spot beginner-friendly entry-level jobs, because they'll note things like that and say, hey, you don't have to meet everything. Don't let this scare you away. So if you have any kind of coding, any kind of portfolio, and you want to get started or use what skills you have, and you don't feel like you know everything, this will be a great position to look at, web content editor. The last one I wanted to look at is WordPress technical support for Elegant Themes. elegantthemes.com. So maybe you start out supporting a product or a software or a service, and then you move into development or whatever else you want to move into. Maybe you want to do more of the support, customer service, and then focus on that. Or maybe you want to start here, learn the product, move into development. Either way, this is a good one to look into. So with this, you'd be solving technical support requests, ensuring a swift resolution time, collaborate with our support team to generate greater knowledge and increase your skill set, investigate and document bugs reported by customers. That is an excellent start, because you could find new solutions, present new solutions that maybe no one else thought of, and just that could grow into more than just support. So if you have anything in here, HTML, CSS, jQuery, you enjoy writing and can explain complex topics quickly and clearly, work autonomously, experience building Divi websites, extensive experience troubleshooting, extensive WordPress troubleshooting experience, which I think that if you have experience building websites, or you've built a website and you know the ins and outs of the front end, back end, things like that, or you know how it works, I would think you could look into this. Even if you aren't familiar with WordPress, or maybe you know the basics, I think, this would be a good one to look into. So that was web content specialist, web content editor, and WordPress technical support. All great things to look into. Not necessarily WordPress tech support. There are other titles to that, like there's a lot of tech support engineer jobs, or support engineer, things like that, or support specialist. So it comes under different titles. Yes, good luck on your job search, Apple ID. And Curtis says web content editor, cool role. Yeah, I think it would be a good start for anybody with, like, if they have HTML, CSS, and some content management, knowledge. That could be a great start, because it's just that coding tech jobs, they come under different titles a lot of times. So you may be looking for web developer or software engineer, and you're like, whoa, I need data structures and algorithms, and you just want to work on websites. Well, look at web maintainer or webmaster, because those kind of roles will allow you to still work on the sites and learn from the bottom, versus feeling just so overwhelmed and you just want to start at the bottom. Some people want to start at the bottom and work their way up, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm just basically just trying to point out the fact that don't feel that you need to know everything to start working in this industry, especially in the coding development side. Jeremy Nelson says, hey Giselle, thank you for doing this. Do you have any knowledge of any cloud or data apprenticeships? I appreciate the entry-level positions listed, but not sure if I fit. So with the apprenticeships, I know I saw one, and let me pull it up here on my screen. What's it called? I'm sorry, let me get that. Let me just Command F, okay. So there's a company called New Apprenticeship. They're looking for an IT developer plus apprentice. So I do focus mainly on developers, coding, things like that. And you said cloud or data. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with cloud or data, but if anyone wants to jump in and help out with that, feel free. But this is one apprenticeship I know about, New Apprenticeship. That's the name of the website. And this is also on the spreadsheet, but looks like, let me see if I can find the description here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So apprenticeships, they have digital marketing, IT service now, AWS, data analytics, and yeah, so check out, hopefully the link will post. So you said cloud. Okay, check out this website and go to their apprenticeships page. Again, I don't know if you've already heard of this. Sorry if you have, but check that one out, and hopefully that'll help. But I am more on the coding side of things. I'm on the development side of things right now. So at the moment, yeah, cloud and data isn't so much of my expertise right now. So, but hopefully that can help somewhat. Northern Chimp says, I'll pull up the comments again. Northern Chimp says, I can't stay, but thank you so much. No worries. Jeremy Nelson says, I've interviewed with them and they wanted me to move. They didn't have the AWS available. Thank you, though. No worries. Good luck to you. Hopefully you can find something. There's a guy on YouTube. Let me refer you to him, because he does he does more of like a wider range than me. Let me see if I can find him. Because you may really, I don't know if you've heard of him or not. So I would check out Black Heights. He does a lot of different kinds of tech roles and has like way more knowledge than me on other kinds of roles. So check out Black Heights, Jeremy. That's a good channel. Cool. Okay. So, was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Yes. Okay. So I wanted to share a little bit of inspiration for everybody. So a quote by a recruiter that I used to work with whenever I was first starting out. Um, Whenever I was first starting out, a recruiter I was working with told me, "You are who you are. Your skills are your skills. Basically, use what you have now. Focus on your strengths and build from there. So there's no need to know everything to begin or transition your career, and to just move forward in life. Because when I was looking for my first job in on the development coding side of things, because I've been in tech for a long time, but it was more on the support side, and I felt like what I knew wasn't enough, and it was actually. And once I focused on my strength, which was both technical skills and soft skills, I found a lot of success with that. Maybe you don't know all the triple advanced stuff right now. No need to. Lots of companies just want somebody to do A, B, and C, and other people do X, Y, Z. You move up. You start from where you are. Sorry, camera doing that weird thing again. So again, the quote is, "You are who you are, and your skills are your skills." Just focus on where you are. If you can use what you have now, go ahead and use it and be gaining experience. If you want to take another year to try to cram everything, you can. But if you can use what you have now, try to do that. So that's why I wanted to share these other kinds of positions. Try to expand your search a little bit more outside of just development and engineering. Because while those are great, there are other roles that you can get into. Okay, so again, there are some, just to go over the spreadsheet again, there are some new jobs on the spreadsheet. If you visit this, you'll notice that the new jobs are in yellow, they're highlighted in yellow. So that's just an indication that these are the most recent jobs added. So you can check those out. And then all the others they're still hiring. So check these out. We have WordPress web developer, WordPress tech support, website designer, web support, so many different titles where you don't need all this advanced experience and advanced degrees. They just want you to have knowledge, working knowledge, or portfolio, or whatever else the position requires. But just, I would look into some of these if you want to just start your career. Get into tech. As I said, I'm still working on this website. What is the status? What is the progress of this? Still where I was last time. The mock-up is still in progress. So I want to try to knock down some to-do items on this project and get the website up as soon as possible. So it's going to be my summer 22 project. I want to involve as many people as possible to share ideas. But I pretty much already know what I'm going to do as far as MVP. But as time goes on, you never know. Maybe I could turn it into an open source project and give people experience. But I don't know yet. We're still at the landing page. And we got to get this puppy up, get it running, right? But at least you can see, my biggest thing is that people can see the jobs, because that's what this is all about. It's really not about the website. The website is just something I want to do to advance it. It could very well remain a spreadsheet, but I don't want it to. I want this to go further, so. Curtis Davis says, yeah, Black Heights. Namache says, Namache, I apologize. Namache says, good stuff, sis. Thank you. I appreciate that. Christian Amerson says, plus Black Heights is mentor, and I could introduce you to the community. Yes. This is why it's so important to have collaboration in tech, because I have my perspective of things, but then you see people in the chat providing ideas as well, so it's excellent. And then Jeremy says, I'd appreciate that. Great. Curtis says, good advice, excellent info. Thank you so much. As I continue to grow in tech, as I continue to learn, I just want to share what I have, the knowledge that I've developed since 2019. 2019, I left my $16 an hour support job for a SaaS company. I learned, I got as much as I was going to get. I left that job, got enrolled in boot camp, and then from April 2019 to I was in boot camp from April 2019 to January 2020, because I got my first job in January. So I started that job in March. And so since March 2020, I've been working on this side of tech, development, coding. So I've grown a lot myself. And so as I see other people, kind of on that same journey, I just provide what I can. I'm really just a girl with a spreadsheet, I'm just a girl with a spreadsheet. That's what I think. And so, while I don't provide mentorship or coaching or anything like that, I do, try to contribute where I can, whether it's through the spreadsheet, YouTube. But ultimately, my main focus is learning, and improving my skills, and then sharing that with everyone else and involving. I'm a learn in public kind of person, where I'm sharing my progress and everything. And I definitely want to get back into my content creating. I know I haven't been creating as much because I've been focused on work and focused on stuff around the house, things like that. But I want to definitely get more involved back in my channel, posting more and helping more where I can. Maybe have some guests on the show. So, Kajani says, good advice. And Logino says, am I saying that right? Longinos, you're so inspiring. Thank you. And Jeremy says, I can reach out. Yeah, get each other's contact information. YouTube is so hard because there's no way to directly message anybody. So yeah, I'm so glad Christian could help out Jeremy. So I'm glad I could help out in that way. So I didn't have any other updates. I just wanted to talk about, like I said, updates for the spreadsheet, sharing the history of Get Into Tech, this spreadsheet that I created, why I created it. I went over some jobs. I went over some titles besides developer and engineer. And I shared a little bit of inspiration. Remember, you are who you are. Your skills are your skills. Don't try to, you don't have to fluff anything. Just say, hey, I am really good at this, and I can really contribute in this area of your company or whatever you're trying to do. And be good at what you're good at, and everything else you can just improve. At my company, I work a lot with front end stuff. I work with the database a lot. But when it's like a really bad bug, is with like a really complex bug, I send those to senior software engineers. I've done my part, and I love it. And then on the side, I just keep learning more and more and more, and I can contribute more and more and more. And there's no need to rush. There's no need to have blow a blood vessel over this. Like you're gonna wherever you're trying to go, you'll get there. But don't compare yourself to somebody who's been in the industry like me. I've been in the industry or started my journey in 2019. If you're starting your journey today, there's no way that just focus on today. This is my YouTube channel, my website. This is several years of building. This didn't happen overnight. This came from just me trying different things, knowing what my strengths were, knowing what my weaknesses were, things I wanted to work on, and I just kept building. So I'm looking into more back-end development, and it's not within a lot of things happen within like 5 years. So please you do not need to rush. Don't compare yourself. Just focus on you and your strengths. YouTubers and bloggers, is great to read that stuff and get little nuggets here and there, but ultimately you have to walk your own path. You have to go to those interviews and you have to do the job. You have to produce. So maybe you get through the interview, but you got to make sure you have those skills too. If you don't feel confident in those skills and you get past the interview, remember, software engineering development is performance based. So you have to be able to produce within a certain amount of time. So it's not just you get there, oh, I'm a software engineer now. They're going to expect you to produce. So make sure you're getting in a job that, I'm not saying don't be challenged, but make sure it's something you feel confident in. And then you just keep building from there. Oh my gosh. Namache wants me to drop these bars. Once again, I got you. He just wants to hear those bars. That's all. He's just here for my musical talents. That's all. I got you. Jeremy says, Christian, I sent you a connection. Great. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel that Christian just needs to come on the show because I feel that he could. I know Christian and he's very knowledgeable in like the cloud stuff, and Christian, well, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but he's knowledgeable in areas and I learn a lot from him. He's actually he's one of the people in my network. So I do recommend, if you're interested in any kind of cloud stuff, reach out to Christian. He's good. And so Namache, I got you. So here's a little bars for you. I'm JT and I'm on this beat. What's JT? Jashelle T. That's my name. It rhymes with tame, shame. I am of this rap. Tap. What you know about that? Okay. JT and I live in AZ. Don't call me. Yeah. Drinking that coffee. Woo. All right. You know what's funny is I dropped so many bars several days ago and nobody was around to hear it. Does that mean that the bars were dropped if nobody was around to hear it? How does that work? That do you need an audience, or I don't know. So I have been so basically focused on work, and I'm actually sort of tired, working in tech, burnout is like a real thing, and I focus on, balance and just trying to keep myself balanced. But there's lots of coffee involved, okay? Lots of coffee, lots of code. But make sure you get plenty of sleep. That's one thing I gotta say. Damien says I gotta reheat the coffee soon. This coffee, I think I made it 3 hours ago, and it's still, let's see. Still pretty warm. Jeremy says the bars were dropped, just not picked up. It's all good. Yeah, it's like early in the morning is when I drop the best bars. Like I was just going. Like the more you practice rapping, the better you get. So I used to only be able to do like one or two words, and then now I can go like for a little bit longer. You have to be here to see it. You just have to be here. S. Fletcher, what up? Says love it. I really, really want to get back into creating more content weekly if I can. And I didn't have anything else for tonight other than just wanting to share that. Namache says timeless bars. See, this is why I love the people that visit the channel, always supporting me no matter what. If I want to be a rapper, developer, you support me, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. So, did anybody have any other questions? Again, just Christian says that coffee is cold. Christian, you know what? It's not. Let me see. It's warm, okay? For your information. So, I appreciate everybody that continues to follow my tech journey. Jashelle Tech TV. it's really about my tech journey, and I involve other people and help where I can. I know there's so many people that do like the mentorships and the coaching, and they have these businesses, but I'm one of those people. I have no idea what I want to be when I grow up. Like, I'm a web administrator, you know. I know HTML, CSS, WordPress, Drupal, Magento. I'm working towards more back end stuff. That's all I know for right now. I'm a girl with a spreadsheet. You know, I'm a girl with a spreadsheet. You know, just a girl with a spreadsheet. But you never know where the future will take me. But I kind of just go with the flow, if you know what I mean. Bean, scene, JT, you know what I mean. I'm on this beat. Ding, ding, ding. God, just, you know what? I'm not gonna be freestyling tonight. I think my brain is just kind of fried right now. But coffee bean, that's what I was talking about. The bean. Okay. Christian says, I thought you were about to sea walk to that beat. There will be no sea walking, D, E, or F, H, I, J, K walking. A, B, C, nothing. None of that tonight, Christian. So. Z, Y, X, none of it. None of the alphabets. We won't be doing any of that. So how long has the stream been going? Stream's been going for about, I have no idea. Can I see that information somewhere? I don't know. But I guess I'm gonna wrap it up, ladies and gents. I had a great time tonight, and Jose says, hi Joshua, what do you do when you get stuck coding? What do I do? Okay, when I'm stuck on something, which is like every other day, I kind of stop. Hands off the keyboard, hands off the mouse. And I have to sit there for a second and kind of analyze, like, what am I trying to do? And I just have to kind of stop for a second, because if you keep going, it can just cause more frustration. Sometimes I'll walk away from the computer for about 5 minutes, go outside for a second. But for the most part, when I'm stuck, I'll just kind of just stop and just like I said, see what it is I'm trying to do and piece together what's missing. Like, where's that gap? Like, what am I trying to do, and how do I get there? And make a plan of action. Where am I stuck? Maybe do a little bit of research, ask a colleague. But if it's like, it depends. If it's work or personal, it's different. Because at work, I can ask a colleague and pretty much they can tell me what to do. And normally that works. But if it's like personal, I have to do research or go to a forum. Am I frozen? I guess I'm frozen. Hopefully the stream comes back. I don't know. Let's see. Let me close out Spotify. Close out anything that might be causing me to slow down. Alright, so anyway. So there's a forum that I go to ask other people, like, I can't figure this out, but for the most part, if I can figure out that gap between what's missing, why am I not able to reach this solution or figure this out, it's just a matter of breaking things down into small steps, because things can look overwhelming, but you just have to break it down as much as possible. Oh, the stream has been going on for 50 minutes. Is that a record for this channel? I think it is, because I didn't know I could even talk that long on the internet, so you know what I mean. Oh, gosh. Steve Anthony said, hi Joshelle, just popping in to the Sorry, Steve Anthony said, hi, Giselle. Just popping in to say hi. You hit the gym today? Steve, I did not hit the gym today, my friend. Wednesday through Saturdays are my gym days. I decided that Sundays are rest days for me. Sunday, fun day. Sunday, sleep day. Christian says, this was another great live. Now back to package. Thanks, friend. What's package? And I appreciate you for stopping by. Jacob says, are you the designer as well, or do you get a design and turn it into a website? Actually, Jacob, yes, I am. I decided to just do everything myself. I'm gonna log into my Figma since I'm getting questions now, and just show you what it looks like. So I basically did it in Figma. Is this the right account? Bingo. Yeah. So I basically designed a mock-up here. Oh, packing. Sorry, Christian. Got you. All right. So yeah. So this is the design. And I just started square by square. With Figma, you create these squares and you just fill them in how you want. And I just have a basic prototype or whatever they call it. I'm not a designer, but just kind of what I wanted to look like before I code it out, because I just needed some kind of direction before I did that. And it's going to be pure HTML, CSS. I'd made a video about this before this little section right here for the listing. I'm going to go with Bootstrap. See, due to a lot of different reasons, Bootstrap does kind of have that stuff already available for you. Go to the docs, go to, let's see, what's it called? Table. Yeah, here we go. So Bootstrap Tables is available and it's already responsive. It's going to maintain all that stuff for me and I don't have to keep track. So especially when I have like those new postings available, I can just add a class of yellow and call it a day. It's just, like I said, it's just going to be pure HTML, CSS for right now. Just so I can figure out a solution for the back end, because this is a real project for me where I want to put it on my portfolio, where I want it listed on my portfolio as like a full stack kind of thing that I built without any CMS or anything, just build it from scratch. So Steve Anthony says, I'm all about those sleep days. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not working out 7 days a week for sure. So I'm going to wrap it up. I think we need to get some rest before work tomorrow. Speaking to myself, I'm going to kind of decompress a bit, but I will be back, to talk about the project, talk about jobs, talk about what I'm learning, because that's what Giselle Tech TV is. We just do random stuff over here. Whatever I want to do, I just do it. So thank you all for coming. Just gonna hop off online for now, but feel free. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. I know I'm really not that good at responding to messages because during the week I'm just so busy and it's really hard to respond to each one. But what I'm gonna start doing is making time for it, so people won't think I'm just completely ignoring them. But it's like I want to give people the best answer, but then it's like, oh, I got this thing to do. But anyway, thanks, Jose. Thank you all for coming to the stream, and I'll see you next time. Bye.